Alright, greetings. Okay, I changed my setup a little bit. Either way, here we are. Some changes, which is necessary. Alright, so going to the new year with I'm keeping track with Israel. I guess they're still going to war. I'm not even bothered checking it. It's probably for the best. But I did pick up on Israel Anunnaki energy, so I'm not going to go into the war energies. Well, be careful with those. They're just whatever. And of course, it's Anunnaki, so just do the best we can. And also, the subject matter of time bandits came through. So basically, time travel energies. That's based on a movie too, but that movie's kind of difficult to watch. Which goes into, I guess it's a kids' movie, because that'll give you a headache just looking at. But anyway, which inspired the next subject matter, Brazil, the Ministry of Information or Disinformation. Well, in the movie, I think a person gets wrongly accused, or their funds get removed on accident, and the main character is there to fix it, but is a little bit late. It doesn't work out that way. It's a chaotic energy there. But there are realms where it's all just office spaces, offices, dimensions where they're keeping an eye on us. And obviously, you feel like things aren't fair. Think about, well, I don't want to add too much confusion to many people, but it's almost like sometimes the realms of even like a spirit guide energy can be they're all just talking to each other and they can't decide what to do with you or whatever it is, or you're just not talking to them or whatever. There's always a different dimension for everything. It's just a different way of looking at things. It's similar to was it 1984? Yeah, the Big Brother energy, where they're actually changing history, and even during art, you see what the internet's doing, changing history and everything too. So there's only so much you can do with that. So oh, there's a cat. Somebody's here. Fritzy's here. They're sleeping somewhere. I can't always find them. All right. Yesterday or Thursday, I did about the UFO energy. Yeah, of course, you can't really see it. It's really small, but especially if you have a dirty screen and you say, "Hey, look, an alien invasion." So yeah, it's not the most exciting. Just take what you can get. That's all we can do. That's the best we got. It's just the way it is. All right. Okay. Oh man, I gotta do that. Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Let's see. Oh, can't do that. Okay. Well, maybe I can't show anything. I think I can do. I think it's working. Okay, this is avatar.com. We have private sessions. Schedule here. We got a shop. Yeah, this is the way we're going to do it from now. So I'm not planning on changing it. Back to the other one. The other one was kind of out of control. So, all right. Okay. All right. We're going to weirdness. So we're going to Anunnaki. Be careful with that one because it is a touchy subject matter. Time bandit frequencies and Brazil energies. So, okay. All right. Blessings. Greetings to the Anunnaki consciousness. Yes, believe what you want. Of course, our energies are here. Does it mean that everyone is? Yes. on our side or ever will be for that matter. There's always going to be conflict no matter where you go. And some that do, yes, hate us or still have a lot to heal within themselves. Maybe not, they never want, yes, you don't necessarily have to trust Anunnaki, but there's, as you've seen our side, of course, you've seen how this world operates too. The human here, you're basically like another version of the Anunnaki race. And yes, we have been under Orion, we have done things we should not be doing, but once again, humans are the same. There's a lot of similar. I'm not going to go into all the details, but yes, you see what's happening in Israel. And yes, there's a lot of, there's a lot of darkness there taking advantage of societies. That's very Anunnaki. You say they learned that from us. So it's just, you're not just healing your world or healing other worlds, but there is a war of worlds, not just, it's off planet. And obviously, many of you are going through, you're aware of that. And these wars can go on forever. It's not necessarily, if society starts to become more aware of it, that's nice. But still, those that hate each other are going to hate each other. And it's off world, it's not just here. Healing this planet is going to be very difficult, as some of you know. We're not seeing the conflicts end anytime soon. Well, there's bitterness. It shows that bitterness can go on forever. Eventually, it will die out, yes, but in your lifetime, not likely. Well, realize there are those that are working on the back end, profiting from this, from hatred from other countries, worlds, and so on. So it's those that profit from it have no reason to change. Of course, your news organizations live off of negativity. Like, that's their fuel. They call it news, which is, I wouldn't call it humorous. That's not, it's not, but it's still, it's just what they call news is more propaganda. Of course, there is actual truth, but not much of it. And is society really that interested in that? It's like you come here for chaos, and this world will deliver. It's like you order a pizza, and it comes the way you order it sometimes. And this world's the same way. It's like you come here to learn. Well, this world's going to do everything it can to be, in a chaotic form. That's one way of saying it. But not all places. There are areas where, it's like, as you know, there are battleground places, battleground states, countries, but after a while, you can step out of it. And you don't have to pay attention to any of it. But those that are going through it, their timelines can be hijacked. There's just a lot of, there's a lot that's going into that. Why are the citizens going through that? Some live there just because it's an exit point, or anywhere in the world that's violent. Of course, there's a lot of places like that. Yeah, it's an exit point. That's one of, but there's more. There's also soul growth, but it doesn't always have to explain itself. Is it fair? A lot of times it's not. Exit points are always difficult. It's like, are you going to make everybody happy with that? On any level. An elderly person slowly exiting, or a death, genocide, so on. Is anyone ever really at peace? I mean, some are, but most are not, especially families that go through inner turmoil because they want you to stay here forever. There are worlds like that, and some of you have been there, and some family members just need, a parent forever. And it's scary to go on their own, even when they are an adult, even when they're older, as you know. But this world is just for hard lessons. Or beyond that. It's a devilish planet. Well, it can bring that realm open, and it can look into it. But it's like it's past its prime, as some of you probably think that way, and it's still hanging around. Well, you have to want it to put it back in its box, and that's not happening yet now, is it? It can. It won't go easy because they'll find vulnerabilities within yourself if you're going to shut down darkness. Or as some of you have already realized that. So it has to be done in a process where the creature is ready to go back into its cave. And that's the darkness running this planet. That's not Israel. That's just darkness in general, to be more clear about that. Those things. Greens, we have time balanced energies. There are timeline skippers or shifters that are here, and some of them are dwarf beings, not to be seen. Some of them are elemental beings. It's just that time is always fluctuating; it's always in movement. But can you imagine you're always like you're traveling through space, time, different realities, and that's your version of a traveling. Oh, they're astral energies. But think of that, but more intense. And try slowing down from something like that. You come to this world, yes, it's at a halt. It's like almost can give you a heart attack because it's so slow. Yeah. Well, that's the uniqueness of this planet. It's also, is just how it just slows down so instantly the way it does. But there's obviously other realms that are very quick and not always precise, but a lot of times. But it's basically kind of putting fragments of your universe together. It's like the universe is like a giant highway in the higher dimensions. And so in its different colors, it is quite surreal. It's kind of like your Christmas holidays all the time. Constantly moving, and that's another reason why your world gets pulled into these lower dimensional timelines, because it's like hard to get you out. Do people here want to get out? I mean, well, because the souls that incarnate here agree to the timelines here. Not just by incarnating, you can incarnate, yes, agree to it, but you also change it. Many are not changing it. Well, because the universe, you can say, is, yeah, you need to continue what you agreed upon. Just because. It's not always going to reveal it. Yeah, what's the meaning of life? You usually discover that on your own. It can be several meanings, it can be absolutely no meaning. You'd be surprised how many see life as just an empty shell, but then they go into spirit, and then there's sometimes of a lacking of like, why did I even do that? Of course, not everyone's the same like that. But as for time travel frequencies, higher dimensional travels, well, that's why so many go onto drugs and all that, because they need that speed, they need that frequency. They're so used to living it all the time, and coming here and everything's all stop. So, and eventually there'll be probably, imagine, maybe we'll love to hear this. Yeah, a drug that won't be too druggy, meaning that eventually the world will be high again, but not yet. Greetings, we are the consciousness of Brazil, actually a future realm. There are parallel realities that, yes, are looking through your books, your time traveling activities, your Akashic file. For whatever reason, sometimes you go there, yes, you have a business meeting in astral. Not the most exciting. You can go there wearing like it's an office meeting, but you can go there wearing a suit of armor. Some do that just to protect themselves from what they're about to hear, especially when they say, yes, you can't get out of your contract, but there's ice cream out there though, or some kind of incentive. But yes, there are strange realms that some of you have been to get out of your contract here. yes, you're talking to a kangaroo being or whatever it might be, whatever suits you. You can talk to an angel, but it's not as entertaining as talking to a kangaroo being, but especially when it's just been into a night fight. But this world has a twisted energy about it, which is good, but it does take itself way too seriously. But I mean, the world is, I mean, you are here to accomplish a mission, but the world itself is here to accomplish a mission also. You can say, can it keep this up forever? So far, yes. Can it continue to sway your people here? Well, to continue these challenges where the mind is mixed up, and they love people that are delusional. The planet does, and that's beyond the Mother Earth energies. But I mean, the Mother Earth energies just go. The Gaia just goes. Gaia sees everyone here as family, and just not necessarily judging it, but just to learn from all of you. And yes, she has her own missteps also. Of course, not everyone sees it that way, which is quite fascinating there. It's like, if you don't see that, what are you hiding about yourself? Yes, and those are some that are extremely positive all the time. Yes, are hiding a great deal. It's like, what are they hiding from everyone? At least those with darkness has no problem opening up their skeletons, their closets. Then there's so many skeletons, so much, and just they adore it, they love it, they can't get out of it. So, geez. So yes, there's different ways of looking at your realities, and it's just that this world is many worlds in one. So as you talk about going to other planets and all that, you already have it here. Maybe yes, eventually you'll go out to space if it's necessary, but it's already here in your experience. You already have different countries, different cultures there. And have you explored those places? I mean, you have to go around the world and all that. You don't have to do that. That's why you have all these multiple incarnation cycles. But some of you, yes, are foreigners. To bring a different vibe, or to even set a new course for the planet, a new timeline, for lost souls to eventually find themselves. You'd be surprised how many lost souls want to stay lost forever. Some are okay with that. Well, if it works out, I mean, they can still. But the idea is to bring in a different flavor to this reality. Eventually. But there are timelines that have to play themselves out, and that's what's happening now. Yes, you have neighborhood countries that don't like each other, and they're just going to do what they're going to do. It's like fighting in a locker room. Yes, it's just something that just can't get over it. Yes, mean girls, mean boys, whatever it is. It's just on a country scale. It is not, it is a exit point. There's soul growth. That's another reason why these type of wars happen in Russia and other. It's growth. It really, it's maybe not unnecessary growth. Now yes, that can be true. And yes, there are beings that are told to get out of there, and they don't leave, or they make it work, or whatever it is. It's like what's happening in Ukraine. They just still live their lives, even if there's a war down the street. So that's quite the experience there. But on a global level, yes, for government energies, yes, they just do what they can. They do what they can get away with. It's like high school here. They're just going to be corrupt. They don't see it as corruption. They see it as progress. They see it as a lot of them obviously see themselves as more advanced than everyone, even if they're not. They're kind of like monkey people, meaning that they're just monkey brains. They're just crazy. They're in that kind of the power grab energies. So there is definitely, a monkey connection here. As some of you, well, you have them here. So, and also the kangaroo beings are quite aggressive at the same time. If it was just, scorpions, it'd probably be done. The war would probably be done by now, because I just want to fight and get it over and go back to their lives. Your world's a little bit different. Yours has bitterness connected to it. That isn't allowing itself to heal anytime soon. So that's all we have.